Wow. Yo, what's going on, 1020? I hope you're all super well. Oh, I'm feeling amazing. It's game day and it's the most exciting time of the week. Now today, been working on Stepzz non-stop, just working on the store for the website, but also have a look at this. If we go in here, so as you guys know, this is my room here, and then if we continue down there, there's a bathroom. This is now another room where people were living before, Isaac and Maria. Bang, this is now the Stepzz merch store, I guess you could call it. So there's gonna be a heap of boxes that are gonna go there with all the socks, the resistance bands. They'll all be stacked up there, and then the kit will eventually come, and this may have to go. We got the envelopes in there. Now I did say that these will come when you order, but right now it won't be that, simply because it just costs too much. Maybe in the future, well yes, definitely in the future, but it's just gonna be a plain white envelope to begin with. That's to keep the shipping costs as low as possible, but man, I don't wanna spend even more money on something like that, but it will come in the future as long as we do well. Also got a little desk here, so this is like the new little Stepzz office, Stepzz merch store. Whew. These guys are both here, both coming to the game.
We are.
Excited?
Oh,
Yes.
Couldn't be more excited.
What are you more excited for, Stepzz HQ or the game?
Oh,
The game.
That's
And you said today, freezing weather, tell us.
well, it's supposed to be 11 degrees, but according to the science at the Weather Bureau, it's going to feel like 0.
Yay.
That's pretty cold for Sydney. 0.
Yeah.
Well, you've played in snow, so that's...
Oh yeah,
no
that's
problem
right,
for
Jen and
you.
I just...
You'll be fine.
Yeah, we
You're running
changed it,
around.
so.
We'll be freezing.
Oh well, that's what's to look forward to.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
So I'm leaving now to go and pick up Maddie. We'll be taking him to the game and taking him back. So we'll catch up with him, but huge game, and we'll talk about that soon. But for me, I need to go out and perform, man, and I'm so excited. I just want to get out on that field and play, but it's freezing, man. But come on then, mate, we're gonna be late. We're gonna be late, mate. Look at him. Look at him. Mate, we're gonna be late. Hurry up.
What's that?
Not here.
I don't like going with you.
Oh. In the car with Maddie. You don't like driving with me, mate.
Mate, you've had a shocker today. You've got lost, and you can't even.
Oh no,
deny
yeah.
it.
Okay, look, Google
You've
Maps
got lost.
took me the
No,
wrong.
Not Google Maps, man. You're Australian. You've lived in this part of the world forever.
I don't know how to get it.
You've
Anyway.
lost so many times today. I didn't think it was going to make it at one point.
No, yeah, I always had it under control. Game today, huge game in terms of the relegation battle.
Yeah.
How you feeling about it?
Yeah, all right. Just pretty much the same as it has been. Again, I think you can put all of your old blogs and just put it up every
It's
week.
the same thing.
Because we say the
Big
same
game.
thing. But again, the position that we're in at the moment, every game is like that. But even more so today against the club that are just above us.
Yeah.
We're in a position where we have to beat all the clubs below us, obviously, and we have to beat all the clubs around us, obviously.
Yeah, and then snag a few up top.
And then if we can, yeah, then obviously we got almost a free hit at the top teams. But in with the squad that we have and the players that we have, it's not you expect, your expectations are quite high. So
have you ever been in a relegation battle over in England?
oh yeah, the last club I was at was a relegation battle.
You love it?
Yeah, it's different. So I've got a theory. Like I think if throughout your career you either always sign for clubs that are struggling relegation, or you always sign for clubs and win stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I just think you're either one or the other. And I've always been the player who's always been part of dogfights, and
Yeah, right.
so.
Okay, well, we're gonna head inside, shoot it over to Papa Tweedy with the ground review, unless I get something else, we'll see. But Papa Tweedy, let's see what you have to say. Change room review, maybe we can make this a thing, let me know. But this is what we're looking at. It's all right, I don't know, there's like a lot of, I don't like this middle seat, and then there's the board. I think I'll sit there, or maybe there, we'll see.
Hi there. Here we are at Dulwich Hill on a very cold Saturday night. Papa Tweedy's ground review. It's not really a rant. I'm getting a bit tired for rants. And this is a picturesque suburban ground. It's beautiful. The pitch is perfect, artificial. I'll show you that in a minute. It's a while since he's played on artificial, so of course it's flat. It's pretty new, so it looks in really good nick. And the ball should run straight and true, and there should be lots of goals therefore, maybe. But the grandstand, alas. Anyway, let's have a look at it. It's a bit better than Lithgow, but there's problems for me. First, the pitch. It's beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. Flat, perfect. And here's the grandstand. Actually, I need to go somewhere else and get a proper look at it. So here's the grandstand. There are some seats here. This is nice. I might have to video from out here. But the problem is these posts. If I video from up here, I'm going to have 3 posts in the way. So I'll probably do it out on the path. I'm not an expert in roofs, but I wouldn't have thought you needed these massive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steel posts to hold up the roof. But anyway, it is what it is. We'll have to work with it. And look who's here all rugged up. Hello. The girls are here.
Right, so here we go. Game time. Wow. It was a little bit cold, as you can see, warming up my hands a little bit, and I changed up the boots. Wore my Adidas X's, which we'll get into a little bit later on. But I thought this ground was a little bit firm, so I thought, you know what, I'll try the X's. I feel like the Nemesis are a little bit too firm on the feet if the ground is very hard. Now, I'd like to think that I'm probably my harshest critic, meaning I'm always criticizing myself first, and I always criticize myself very heavily, especially after the games. I don't try and hang up on it too much in the game, but my first half was atrocious. I think it is the worst I've played in a long time, and there's lots of points I'm going to take away to try and make sure that next time I have a good performance. So little things like this, there's an easy pass into the middle here, but I try and take him on. Dumb. Just stupid. But hey, you know, we make these mistakes and I have to learn from them. I can't continue to make the same mistakes. Here, give a pass in the air. It's not what that guy wants. He wants it straight to feet. So, look, this was a tough game. Definitely tougher opposition compared to last week, where they were a little bit... well, last week they weren't as high up the table. Again, misplaced pass. So, look, I don't know what it was, but I can tell you this. In the 43rd minute, actually, here's our best chance. Bang. Good little press. Joel gets through, and ooh, is that a penalty or not a penalty? Ref claims it's simulation, so he gives Joel a yellow card, and then that guy for some reason yells at him on the ground, I guess because he's a defender and he doesn't want diving. I don't know. I've looked at it in slow-mo. It doesn't look like there's too much contact, but I don't know. I spoke with Joel, and he was so certain that he was touched. Here, I was just trying to make sure I was getting my passes. Because I was missing a lot, I wasn't creating anything, I wasn't doing much, and, you know, it wasn't the best. I was doing a few little things good, so that's a good little pass I played into the middle before. Now we got this clip, just holding it up, nice little header in there, but my overall impact on the game was quite minimal, and I was disappointed. Ball out wide, and just stuff like I didn't properly take this defender on. He had me. Second half, things changed, but first half, man, shocking. What do I think went wrong? I mean, it's tough. I don't know. Maybe it was a mental thing. I felt okay, but in the 43rd minute, I would say around there, I'm going to have to cut off this line again because we get this opportunity. I need to curl this far post. Oh, I try and hit it with too much power. But 43rd minute, man, I was there going, I need this half to end because I need to get off the field. I need to get to half time. That's how bad the half was for me. I put a nice little through ball there, but I just didn't feel right. And if I'm thinking that in the 43rd minute, thinking, all right, if I can just make it through 0-0, and mentally, I'm working hard on the field. I'm working as hard as I can for my team to make sure we don't concede. If I get the opportunity, I'm going to try as hard as I can. But I just wanted to get to half time, man. So you can see, good little control there, actually. But I just wanted to make it to halftime because I wanted to reset my mind, reset my body, and go, all right, let's get into this next half because that first one wasn't good enough. Here, get across. I see a ball in behind. Poor. Very poor. So, look, what do we see from this? Poor first half. We leave it at that. I've learnt. Have a look at this. Wow. if we will put it in slow-mo. So what actually happened is I tripped over my laces and then Soshi takes it out. But have a look at this. I go to put this inside for a nice little outside the foot pass. I'd stepped in my laces. I couldn't move. Unfortunate, but that kind of summed up the half for me. Nice little inside ball there. So I kind of reverted to just playing little balls inside, which I thought is what I should have done from the beginning. But hey, I didn't. But we move on. Second half, I was pumped up because I reset my mind. I went in there and I changed it up. I put my nemesis on to, maybe it was a mental thing, whatever it was. I decided to put my nemesis on. This is my first touch. Not the best, but I win the ball back and then play the ball off and we win a free kick. So already I'm now in a good mindset for the second half. And I spoke to Matty afterwards and he said, you see a quality of a top player is being able to have a poor first half and then just completely switch it around in the second half. And I feel like that's what I did on a personal performance. Poor first half, incredible second half. Ball getting behind from Matty, absolute perler of a ball, and I put it into the back of the net. 1 minute 20 into the second half, and that's when I knew I was buzzing. I was like, wow, I'm up for this game now. And I felt good. Would have been nice to have a goal in the minute 20 of the first half, but wasn't to be. So great ball from Matty. We'll take another look at it in slow-mo, but you can see celebrating with all the boys. We were also stoked. As you know, this was a huge game for us in terms of the promotion and relegation. We had to win this game in order to keep our survival chances alive. Give Matty a good high five and a hug. Have a look at this. The vision from Matty is incredible here. He looks up. Nice. Puts the spin on the ball to hold it up a little bit as well. Simo with a good dummy, we'll call that. And then I put this past the keeper. I thought I actually messed it up. I thought the keeper saved it. But I saw it hit the back of the net and I was stoked. From there, nice little back heel from Simo. I drive down the line, look for a firm cross with my left foot. I just couldn't get the power behind it. We get a corner, so it's not the end of the world. I just needed that to be firmer from me. Moving on, great little bit of defending here again from Matty, using his body, keeping the ball, and then he drives the ball. He just doesn't immediately release it. He dribbles and attracts a defender in to then play me. So great little bit of work from Matty there, going forward and defensively. So transitioning from defense to attack, and from that, he then is able to help our team create that chance where we definitely should have scored from to make it 2-0. But hey, good signs from the team in the second half. Simo with a shot there. I go for a shot. I miss it. And then I try and go for another one. I try and dribble past the keeper because I couldn't get a toe on it to chip him. And wasn't to be. Joel switches it out wide to me. And I get my head up. I look forward. I see Fofi out on the left. I drive in and then play Fofi and kind of win a foul. But it's advantage. Nothing ends up coming from the advantage. So it probably would have been nice to have the free kick. Joel this time puts it a little bit too far in front of me. I thought that was going out, but I continue pressing and then just win the ball back for the team and we keep possession. Now, as you can see, it's already 74th minute and there hasn't been a whole lot of highlights simply because we were getting battered. We were kind of camped in our own half, just trying to almost just defend for our lives. I grab the guy's hand there and then he takes my leg out. And there was no way in the world I was going to let him play a quick free kick there, especially at 1-0. I was like, I'll take the card. I'm not letting you take a quick free kick. And that was that. So first yellow card of the season. But I had to. I'm not going to let him take it quickly. No chance. If I do that, then they go forward. And what if they score? I'd rather take the yellow card. It's really not the end of the world. I don't get many in a season, so I doubt I'm much of a chance to get suspended. Good little ball behind from Epa. I do a back heel, and Simo gets in the way of Epa's shot, unfortunately. But we're really creating stuff. Second half, I've switched my mindset around. I switched my playing around. I probably should have put this on the other side of the defender to feet for Victor to dribble through, but didn't happen. I tried something, maybe a little bit of backspin would have been good on that. So I think the most important thing for me to take away from this game is no matter how you're going during the game or at halftime or 70th minute, know that I can switch it around. Know that I can turn it around and that I can really play to my potential. Here, pick it up on the edge of the box. I really wanted to have a shot. I dribble the line and kind of just hold onto the ball, waiting for an option to present itself. I play it to Edpa on the edge of the box. Touch and hit. Bang! 2-0. So we're up 2-0. You can see we're all going crazy. And have a look at this for a bit of team spirit. All the boys running in to celebrate. Wow. Look at this. Everybody's in there. Wow. That's so awesome to see, man. So awesome to see. Celebrating like crazy. We're all so stoked. 2-0, 85th minute. we just, oh man. But we were still under the pump. That's the thing. 85th minute, they were having shot after corner, after throw-in, after free kick. It was, yeah, we were getting absolutely pummeled. But we managed to stay strong at the back. Great saves from our keeper and great defensive work from all our defenders. Credit to them for not conceding. Up top and through midfield as well. But what a finish from Epa. Bottom corner. He thought about taking his shirt off, but he already was on a yellow. So, yeah, he didn't really want to get a red card. We put a press on here. That was kind of, I guess we just decided to do it during the game. I pick up the ball and then nutmeg this guy for a little through ball. Ooh, guy clears it off the line. So that could have been 3-0 in the 86th minute. But still 2-0. And there was always that thought that we might concede because just the amount of times they just peppered our goal and, oh, they had some chances, I tell you that. So they get, oh, this is a great goal. You can't, like, wow, all we can do is watch. Great little 1-2s, great plays. And now have a look at this. So there's a little bit going on here. And I was up there at halfway. I didn't really see what was going on. I see our keeper get very angry. I was like, okay, whatever. I mean, you know, that's what happens when you're a keeper. You hold on to the ball and then the other guy gets very angry. I was like, okay, this is a little bit much. I see the linesman. You can see him on the right of your screen. So the linesman's in there and the lino's over there. And what I see, okay, this is a little bit explicit, but the linesman puts his finger up in the air as if to say he's put his finger up his bum. And for all of you that want to know, it is officially a red card, and that's what he gets. So what happened was, we'll see it in slow-mo, the guy, we scored, and, well, they scored, and then they go through and they pick up a red card because of that. So there you go. We have another look. You can't really see it. I mean, I'm not going to accuse him, but that's what the linesman saw. I guess you can see there. But it's a red card. So that was the kickoff, and we go from there. And we go forward, so they're down to 10 men now, and we really, like, oh man, that switch was so on, I just seen that then. But, oh, wow, from the kickoff, Robbie, great little bit of play with Victor, getting behind, I make my run through, bang, put it into the corner, and I had to slide, and it was the worst decision of my life, because I grazed my knees, but I had to do it. I was so pumped, giving it that extra goal buffer, like, wow, you can see again, we're all so stoked. We have huge team morale. It's awesome. So great ball by Robbie. You'll see again in the slow-mo just his ability to whip that one in, which I lacked with my left foot. He was able to execute perfectly on, and I make my run in from behind. So as you can see, get in behind, and then the defender can't see me. I just get in front of him and tap it to the far post where the keeper isn't. And oh wow, what a feeling. Absolutely buzzing, replicating last week, 2 goals and an assist. And that pretty much caps off the game, and that's how it finished. So, yeah, 2 wins from 4 goals in 2 games and 2 assists in 2 games. Not a bad record. This was the last little bit. Play the ball in behind. 98th minute, and at this point, I saw a guy far post, shocking cross, but that concluded the game. The ref blew his whistle, and we won. We were victorious in probably one of the biggest games of the season. There may be more later on, but in the context of right now, huge. I'm going to leave you guys with a team song. Just remember, if you're having a poor first half, if you're having a poor day, whatever it is, you can always flip it around. Enjoy the team song. Under 14s and 16s.
Today we had the pleasure of watching this fine man play. He played very well. He scored 2 goals and got an assist. Skinned like few players in the team, which goes alright. But yeah, all the best for
Hey.
him and his future.
Cheers, boys. Hey. Man, Maddie.
Wait, can we shout our friend out?
Yeah, go on.
Hugo.
Maddie.
Hugo.
What did Maddie get ya?
We gotta put this in the video. We gotta put this in the video. We gotta shout Hugo
Yeah.
out. Hugo, mate.
Look at Maddie. Woo, Cokes for everyone. Look at him. What a man.